Howdy folks, welcome to another beautiful afternoon out here in West Vancouver. So it's not happening to me, it's happening for me. What does that mean? Well, for those of you that's been following the channel a while and that regularly watch my videos, you might have noticed that I've gone through a little bit of a dip recently. The last, I don't know, 2-3 months, I guess, things started pressing on me. Now that happens to every single one of us. We are human, we go through ups and downs. And well, firstly, before I go any further, I just want to say thank you to all the mates who reached out and said, hey dude, are you okay? Mo, Brendan, Brad, all of those from all over the world that checked in and said, hey, just think about it. And Brendan that actually came and visited last week and just really also helped to get me back on track. Was it last week or the week before already? Time flies. Anyway, the reason I got a little bit stressed and worried and a little bit, well, let's not call it depression, let's not go that far, but a little bit down, was because, I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, oh, property prices in Canada are so expensive and, I'm never going to be able to own a house. Some of you might have seen me talk about those on some of the videos, and I stopped running and I did all of those things. And I forgot that the most important lesson in life, the Stoics believe that it's not what happens to you, it's how you react to it that matters. And that comes back to that it's not happening to me, it's happening for me. What's happening is helping me to grow, it's helping me to get better. And I forgot about that for a little bit of time. Hey, we're all human, we do that. We kind of sometimes, we know what needs to be done, we know why it needs to be done, and then we just don't do it because we kind of just either forget or we just get sidetracked. It happens. Any which way. So back to the housing problem. So instead of sitting around here going, oh, I'll never be able to afford a house in Canada, so now I'm going into a spiral of doom, all I should do is just go, hey, houses in Canada is expensive, so what do I need to do? Well, I need to figure out a way to make more money so that I can afford a house. How do we get there? I mean, at least that way you are doing something, and you can see that I'm a lot more excited now that I've realized it again, or let me put it this way, now that I've remembered it again. The whole idea is that you got to look at life with an abundance mindset and not a scarcity mindset. And what is an abundance mindset? An abundance mindset is understanding that there is enough out there for everybody that's willing to put the work and the time and the planning into it. And not the scarcity mindset. The scarcity mindset is the one that goes, oh, I'm going to keep this because it's like there's not enough for everybody. I just that's just the path downhill. I mean, I was actually so bad that I was at a stage, I was like, considering getting a job, and we're trying to cut costs everywhere because blah, blah, blah. You're trying to save money. The reality is you are never going to save yourself out of trouble. So it's just not going to happen, understand? Anyway, it's not going to happen anywhere, ever. You can't save yourself out of trouble, because if you start cutting everything around you, number one, you are psychologically not going to feel that good. So you are not going to give your best. Your chances of winning is just bad. So that is why we are moving forward and planning a lot of things. So ever since I've got back into that mindset, before we go further, let me tell you a little story. So before I met Belinda, when I was still a youngster, I used to believe that this version of reality, this universe, this is my game, and in my game stuff happens the way that I want it to, I always believed that everything happens for me. This is it. So if I get tested, if my car breaks down, I believe that maybe my car broke down for a good reason. If it didn't break down, I might have been in an accident a little bit further on, stuff like that. So always positive. But it happens. It happens that you go into that negative spiral. And the thing is, you just need to get yourself out of it. You just need to pull your finger out of your ass and start moving forward. Just do it. And if you struggle, reach out. I mean, in all honesty, if it wasn't for my mates that reached out to me and gave me a wake-up smack, I might have actually been still in the funk. That's it. It actually really helped when Brendan came to visit. Brendan, my mate that lives in Atlanta now, they've also gone through this whole immigration process. And you know, the reality is that there's a bunch of us out here that's gone through that same process. We all understand. We understand where it comes from, and we are here to support each other. So if you need a smack on the ear to get yourself out of your funk, give me a call. I'm happy to help. Anyway, so what does this mean? What does this new positive attitude mean? Well, there's a couple of things. I am going to start working hard now on a bunch of things. Now, those of you that's been following the channel for a while know that I come up with a bunch of harebrained ideas. We're going to start a brewery, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, and then we always like kind of start, but we never start, because at that time, to be quite honest, I was in a bit of a comfort zone. We had decent savings, we made some money on other stuff, and we didn't need to do it. And I kind of forgot about this, like, you know, this focus that I need to get going. But now I've got a goal. I need to earn enough money, number one, so Belinda can quit her job for a start and can join me in the businesses again. And number two, that we can own a property and buy a house to get old in. So that's the goal, and we are going to get there. How are we going to get there? Well, we're going to focus on the South African shop, so we're going to make a lot of work of that. And that's already starting to work ever since we made new deals. Orders are coming in, things are going well. Well, you know, it's tiny, minute, but it's there, it's a start. And then the other thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to start looking for investments and businesses to buy, because I honestly believe that there's an opportunity these days to go out there and to buy businesses from people that are retiring. It is just, you know, I think that there's an opportunity. There's lots of information around it. There are lots of people that are retiring. There's lots of small businesses out there that are valuable. Now, I've been looking around here in Canada for the last few days, and I do think that there's an opportunity. Now, what do? We're going to try and purchase these little businesses, and we are going to run them and try and change them, make them a little bit more profitable, put somebody in charge to manage them, and then build a portfolio that way, because that's the only way to get rich. Okay, and that's what we're aiming to do. And then on a more personal note, another thing that I want to really focus on also over the coming year, well, for at least the next couple of years, is helping and supporting the South Africans that arrive in Canada. It's just, you know, there's a lot of us knowing what I've gone through, knowing what we've gone through, knowing what a lot of our friends have gone through. I think it's important to help other people out and to support people. And that's why we've got the South Africans in Vancouver website, and we are going to really try and push that. So, you know, it's not about supporting people with money. It's not about making money. It's about having a place where new South Africans can go and get information around what's going on. And, you know, have stuff like special deals. In our latest newsletter that we just sent out, there was like cheap deals to South Africa. It's like $1,000 to fly to Joburg, return, taxes, everything included. I mean, that is very cheap from Vancouver. But okay, it's got a long layover in Amsterdam. Hey, if you fly to South Africa economy class, you're used to long layovers. So that's the kind of information that we want to share. How to get your, you know, licenses, basic information. So really, that's what we're going to be doing on a more personal front. And then on the financial front, like I said, try and buy businesses. So I'd love to hear what you guys think about that. All right, guys, have a good one. Cheers.